Hello, gentle viewers. This is of Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 18 as we begin our 7th season at the helm of the St. Louis Browns. In the last episode, we went through the off season. We set up our lineups. Charlie Dressen here was acquired in a trade. That was one of our major additions. And then Bruce Campbell is going to get his shot in the majors this season in right field, which he's never played before. So I'm a little bit hesitant, but I think he'll do well. I think he'll do well. With that being said, let's play ball. So we're going to see how... Why did you stop me? Oh, because we're not sure when he's going to be better. Back shit. Shit. You're just going to have to deal with it right now, May. Which is really unfortunate because May's the key to our success. He's our best starter. We'll see how far we get. We might actually be able to finish. Ooh, Rookie of the Month for Campbell. Dude hit 353. He didn't hit any home runs, but he'll get there. That's a very fine first couple weeks of the season. We will play as much as we can for this episode. If I can get through an entire season in half an hour, we'll try it. But I'm not super confident it'll happen. Is May recovered yet? Or is he... Yeah, May's fine. Hoyt is meh. Whatever, noob. We're in first place. Holy shit. That was totally unexpected. Stupid Ryan shutting me out. Jerks. Oh, Ben Chapman. I thought that was like my minor leaguer. It's like, ruh-roh. Stupid Al Simmons. Okay, let's finish this month, and we're going to take just a super quick look at what's going so right this season. Because 31 wins is really good. Oh, Pitcher of the Month for Tommy Thomas. I honestly just picked him mostly for the name, if I'm honest with you. A lot of it seems to be Campbell, who's now Rookie of the Month for 2 in a row. Rudy Kylo is enjoying his time with the Cubs quite a bit, it seems. Tommy Thomas, 6-0. So what's going right this season? Pretty much everything offensively except for home runs because Sizzler's power's cooled off. We've got ourselves a very good pitching staff. We're doing better against steals. We just don't have very many fast players. That's just kind of our thing. I can't expect Jakey May to continue with a 2.28 ERA. That's insane. That's just crazy. Larry French is having a very fine season. We're getting a lot of mileage out of French just because he's so good at avoiding walks. That even though he can't throw as many innings as some other pitchers can, he's still doing really, really well. I'm very pleased. Good Lord, he's making $10,000 a year. Yeah, I like it. Let's keep it going. If we can, I don't know if we can. Fonseca for 3 days is fine. 6 days out for Schulte. How are you developing in right field, Campbell? You picked up right field a lot quicker than I thought you would. You're not great at it, but I'm okay with that. As long as you give me at least as much with the bat as you take away with the glove, it's a net win. I guess a net stalemate now that I think about it. Okay. Allen keeps hit streak alive. Ripper Collins. That's an amazing name. I love it. Stupid Archie Vaughn. You're a dick, Archie. That is your real name, which I'm pretty sure it isn't. How is Rogers Hornsby doing? Is he anywhere near as good as he was in real life? He is pretty close. So the real Hornsby played into his 40s and still didn't quite manage 3,000 hits. I think you might... In some ways, you're actually better than the original Hornsby. His career batting average is 358. Yours is exactly 358. That's kind of creepy. Turns out this Hornsby guy's pretty good. Pretty good. I wanted to look at one super quick thing before we continue the season. Bata stats. Okay. Let's not forget Woody English's amazing season, or Fred Schulte's, or Max Bishop's. But Bruce Campbell is playing very well indeed. Now, the million-dollar question is Pete Daniels adding enough to the team? Is he justifying me not playing What's-His-Face every single day? You're supposed to be mostly power, dude. What did I give up for you? Homer Peel, who isn't that great either. I'm going to let Daniels have one more month. We might be able to finish a season, actually. I'm going to let Daniels have one more month and see how he handles it. Expiring personnel contract. I like you. Do you get along well with people? Mel Harder doesn't like you very much. Why'd you, like, set him on fire or something? I don't know. But I will extend your contract. Front office. Personnel. Offer to all expiring minor leaguers. There are none. That's fine. I'm a legendary manager. That's pretty sexy. I think I make more money almost than any of my players. I'm not saying you don't deserve it, but... What are you offering me? No. You do not get Woody English. Just untouchable. Don't even waste my time. I didn't look at the All-Star roster. Shame on me. Jakey May made it. Max Bishop made it. And Woody English made it. Three All-Stars. 4, sorry, Miss Schulte. In a world with Babe Ruth and Goose Goslin, I can't honestly see Bruce Campbell ever making the All-Star team, which is fine. He's a young hitter, and he's quite good. And we just lost Larry Frank for 3 weeks. That's not ideal. Of our many starters, who is the closest to being Major League acceptable? Oh, God. Is there really no one? Shit. That's really bad. Oh, shit. Hoiser, I gotta throw you in. This is terrible. You're not remotely ready, but I need someone. And here's that someone. Oh, God. I can just kiss my winning streak goodbye. Okay, we're now a 4-man rotation, which puts even more pressure on Mel Harder, who so far has shown he can handle. Wade Hoyt, on the other hand, you're going to be long relief, you're going to be an emergency starting pitcher, and we're just going to have to hope this works out for us. This is really bad, but there's nothing I can do about it except just wait till French comes back. What happened to all of my other pitching pitchers? Pitching pitchers, that's what they're called. They're just not there. I mean, Schaffner could maybe sort of handle it, but he's only a 20 overall. I guess the game really thinks he can develop his movement. Honestly, Hoyt has been really bad this season. And control's supposed to be what he's good at. I don't know, guys. We might have to get rid of him. I'll wait a little bit longer. I don't feel confident with only a 3-game lead. I genuinely don't. And the trade deadline's already come and gone, which is a shame because I meant to actually see if there's any interesting pitchers. Good, we get French back. Who do we send down? Hoyser? I think Ortman. Ortman's getting his brains hammered. He just doesn't have good enough control. I'm going to send you down. I'm going to call up French. We're going to go back to the 5-man rotation. Thank you very much, everyone. Your hard work is well deserved. Harder will be the starter, of course. And then French will come in as the number 2. Thomas is slipping, too. No, Thomas isn't bad, actually. Hoyt is. He's a bit hoity-toity. Okay, seriously, they did not play 4-game series in the 1930s, I don't believe. George Sisler is going to be out for a week. Hoyt's now out for 2 to 3 weeks. I'm going to call up Schaffner, and I'm going to give him the number 5 spot. It's about time he gets a full season to prove what he can do in the majors. Because I don't think he'll ever develop if I keep kicking him back and forth. I think this is going to have to be his job to win or lose, and we'll just have to see what happens. Okay. What do we do now? Is there anything else I need you to do besides just put him on the disabled list? Damn, Kylo, you're making me look like a freaking chump. You're like all of a sudden a Cy Young. Actually, you're not that much better than you normally have been. You've just gotten lucky with your hits. So I actually shouldn't feel that bad about trading him. 5 weeks for losing Lindstrom is unfortunate, but we've got a lot of third basemen too. Borelli's a marginally better hitter. Yeah, Borelli is the new backup all the way. I'll make Borelli a pinch hitter too. Because he's not a bad hitter. How is Daniels managing? The experiment is over. Campbell gets all the playing time. Sorry, mate. You had your chance, and then you played like shit. And, yeah. Oh, that's really bad. Because Schulte's been a major reason we've been successful this season, and we just lost him for a very long time. Right. Damage control mode. Any outfielders? Mozlov can back up. We have to take the hit offensively to put the best center fielder we can on the field. Pete Daniels is pretty terrible. Yeah, it's just you're just gonna have to play every game until the end of the season. And there's nothing to be done about it. I'm not going to bat you 5th, though. I really don't even want to bat you 6th, but it'll be fine as long as it's just for a couple of weeks. Get Wade Hoyt back. I'm going to put you on a rehab assignment. The reason being I'd like to see if Schaffner can handle it. And I don't think I'm going to keep you anyway. Only got a 2.5 game lead. We can't let this slip through our fingers. We need to hold down the fort until Schulte comes back. I'm really nervous about how this season is going to go. Oh no. Come on. Hold on. Ooh, 500 career wins for me. I will send Reinholtz to AAA and then call up Lindstrom. And then Lindstrom will go back to being the main backup for Dressen. But I will let Borelli come in as a pinch hitter every now and again. Because he's not a bad hitter. You had one job, mate. One job. A week for Jensen. I don't care. Schulte is back. Okay. We can breathe again, everyone. We can breathe. Schulte in. Jensen back up. Jensen hasn't hit badly this season. I mean, okay, relative to other people in the 20th century, he's pretty terrible. But he held the fort down when we needed him to do so the most. And for that, I owe you everlasting thanks. It is going to come down to the frickin' wire if we make it or not. How are we... Oh, we're tied. When did that happen? We're going to do this one game at a time. We both lost. They won and I lost. And just like that, they did it. Those rat bastards did it. They whittled till the very end of the season. I'm tired of the frickin' Athletics. How many bloody frickin' championships have you won? It seems like you've won like 100. Oh, that was so lame. If Schulte had stayed healthy... If bloody fucking Schulte had stayed healthy... I think we would have made the World Series. Oh. Frickin' Athletics won again. Damn it. Well, we made it through an entire season in one episode, which was really cool. I think we even had a tiny bit of time to spare, too. Which I have a lot of time to spare. Do we start the off season? I think maybe we do. That went really fast, actually. Let's take a moment to just study the team a bit. Daniels was a disaster. He really was terrible. Woody English was amazing. Bishop was great. Campbell, very, very fine work, and he even improved in right field. If you remember when he was a -7, now he's only a -2. I'm very pleased with Mr. Campbell, and I think he's got all the world of potential to make it even better. Very fine work. Did Max Bishop boringly set the league lead in walks again? He's got to get so bored of drawing walks at some point. He's just like, come on, guys, let me hit. Schulte, my man. This was a star-making season for you, and you just got hurt at the wrong time. Which is really sad. Sizzler's really starting to slip. His power is dropping. His ability to draw walks is dropping. He did play a full season this year. But I think Sizzler isn't going to be very long for this world. Fonseca did really well, even if, again, his power slipped too. 56 doubles, led the league in doubles. Good work, buddy. I hope the owner's happy with Saltzgaver. He did improve quite nicely. So, let's see what happens. What do you think, owner? 93.61. Again, he complains about not stealing bases. It's fine. Big market size. You know, even if we don't win the World Series anytime soon, I think just keeping the Browns in St. Louis would qualify as a pretty nice thing. We really need another pitcher. I think that's got to be top priority number one. Wade Hoyt becomes a free agent. You're welcome to leave. I'm sorry, mate. You don't have it anymore. You just don't. It is what it was. You were really great for us in 1930, and then you just couldn't stay healthy. And even when you were healthy, you weren't that great. Let's check free agency before we do anything else. All the free agents are always like super old. It's very disappointing. Up to the top, please. Charlie Grimm. Only plays first base, and he's not better than Sisler. Didn't I have you before? Joe Dugan. I don't really need a second base backup. I can't bring Hoyt back. I might if I have to. Alright. I don't think we're going to sign anybody. We just aren't. Let's advance. How we doing the awards, huh? Gold Glove. English won again. And as did Tommy Thomas. English has won a couple of these, hasn't he? Yeah, 3. Nah, well, reliever of the year, who cares? Oh, it was Jim Turner. I care a lot all of a sudden, for mysterious reasons. Silver Slugger, Max Bishop at second base. That's his first, I think. I guess he's won it 3 times. You've won it last year. How did I miss that? I feel kind of silly now. Rookie of the year, Bruce Campbell finished 3rd. Well, it's hard to argue with a guy who hit 324 and hit 21 homers. Stupid John McGraw. Stupid athletics. Larry French finished 2nd in the Cy Young voting, which is amazing. And Gehrig won the MVP. How many times has he won MVP? It has to be quite a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, he's 3-time MVP, 4-time Gold Glover, 3 rings. He's the reason the A's win every bloody year. Stupid damn Lou Gehrig. Alright. Let's go up to the draft. Let's go up to Hall of Fame voting. That's fun. I like voting for the Hall of Fame. That's a good way to mix up the off-season. That is really a downer. I really thought we had it that season. And it wasn't because anyone played out of their minds either. Larry French was very good. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like anyone was like, this was insane. No one hit like 500 or anything. And so there's no reason we can't repeat this, except the problem of Sisler. And he just keeps getting older. And yes, it happens to everybody. Hardy fucking har. But as long as George Sisler has problems with offense, as long as he just keeps getting older, he's going to have more and more trouble hitting. I don't know. This is going to be rough. This is going to be real rough. And I don't know what to do about it. We need pitching, though. We at the very minimum. Oh, I didn't look at pitching, did I? How did the pitching staff do? French was amazing. Thomas was good. May was good. Harder turned in a very fine season for his first. So did Schaffner. We had a really good pitching staff this year, except for Husser, and he was someone I didn't actually want to call up anyway. I actually didn't want him up. Ali Bejma has adopted Buddhism. I don't know why that makes you a better baseball player, but sure. I guess that's okay. I wish the Hall of Fame preview was like a proper preview email. That would be a pretty cool thing to add. I'm gonna keep voting for Baker. Okay, Eddie Collins definitely deserves to make it. I don't think anyone's gonna dispute that. That's a really good career. Anyone else in the 40s or 50s for Jaws? Look at that career WAR, 183. That's stupid. Oh no, that's the black ink test, or the monitor rather. Yeah, 70 WAR is a really good career. He's pretty clearly the best. So let's submit the ballot. I would be shocked if Collins doesn't make it in his first attempt. I think we'll actually end this episode with the draft. I think that's a good place to just end it. And we did run I forgot to start the thing right away when I started. So I think we'll end with the draft. And then we'll pick up next season. With the next episode. Because the draft's going to be one of the... We might finish with the Hall of Fame voting. That would be interesting. Haha, Bill Terry. You and your stupid charity softball game. Teach you to be nice. Damn it. 16. I don't even care who was good in this draft, because I'm not going to get any of them. Hey, look, I was right. It's all garbage now. That is so frustrating. Are you any good? Not really. You're garbage. You're garbage. You have really good stuff, but no control. I'd rather have really good control and no stuff. I'll take Jack Salveson. And I'll draft you. Yeah, that's really it. I don't really see the need to draft anyone else. Sure. It was just terrible. That was just an awful draft. What I think we'll do is I think the only I don't even know if I'm going to sign my first round draft pick, to be honest with you. I think I'd actually rather keep the draft pick for next season. That's what we'll do. I'm not going to sign any of my draftees. Maybe Horton. Is Horton any good? Horton is a fair catcher. I will sign him. And we are not replete with great catchers. So I will happily sign Horton. And he'll be the only player I sign this season. This Hirschberger's good. Nope, he's garbage. He's slightly better than garbage, but he doesn't cost very much. I'll sign him, and that'll be the last person I sign. So we'll go up to... We'll sum it to the preseason. Why not? We'll sum it to the preseason, and then we'll end the episode. Okay, there goes ball player Horton. Well, this is kind of a dull offseason, but there just really wasn't much for us to do. I'm hoping that saving this draft pick will actually help us next season, but we'll see. Oh, Collins made it. And no one else did. Mark Hard might get in next season. And yeah, I will get my top 3 draft picks next season, which, to be frank, I deserve them because this was an awful, awful draft. There was just very little of value in that draft. And so, it is now the preseason, which I think is an excellent time to end the episode. So, this went really fast, actually. I was actually pleased with how quickly we got through a full season and the off-season. Although much of it was because we just had nothing to do. We're in this weird rut now, where I'm doing so well I'll never get a good draft pick. And I'm not going to get very many good trade offers either because I don't have much to offer because I don't have any prospects. We'll see what happens. I have some hopes of similar performance, but I can't promise it. So, that's it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like, subscribe, post a comment down below. Let me know what you think our chances are for next season. And until then, this has been Indian, and I bid you good day.